Dan, even if you aren't near a fire, the air quality across Oregon and Washington is not great. Some cities are worse than others. I want to take this air quality map full just to show you what I'm talking about. So if you look here in Portland, that's all the yellow areas, and some other parts of Washington and Oregon. The category there is moderate. If you look at the orange category, that's going to be unhealthy for sensitive groups. Look along the coast. The air quality there is unhealthy. The most concerning is this maroon area, that's Eugene and just outside of Salem. The air quality there is hazardous, but really trying to protect your lungs from bad air or smoke during a pandemic can be tricky. With hundreds of thousands of acres burning in Oregon, you may want a mask to protect your lungs from breathing in smoke or dirty air. According to the Centers for Disease Control, when trees and brush burn, carbon particles and toxic hydrocarbons are released into the air. Inhaling wildfire smoke can cause coughing, lung inflammation, and shortness of breath, which can make respiratory illnesses like COVID-19 worse. Dr. An Nguyen is a senior medical director at Providence.
So there are irritants that come in for people that have underlying illnesses such as asthma or heart and lung conditions. That irritant can actually exacerbate their current situation.
Doctors say the cloth face coverings and surgical masks most of us wear to stop the spread of COVID will not filter out most smoke particles. The N95 respirator mask will protect you from COVID and from smoke particles, but they should still really be reserved for healthcare workers. What about the N95 masks with the valves? Doctors say good for blocking smoke particles, but not coronavirus. You could wear a cloth mask over the N95 mask with a valve as an alternative. According to the CDC, the best way to protect yourself from wildfire smoke is to stay inside and use a portable air cleaner if you can.
They should stay inside because that's the safest place for them to be. So if there's high smoke anywhere, they should just try to avoid those places, because the mask isn't going to offer them as much protection as being indoors would be.
There is some great information from the CDC about, protecting yourself and staying safe when you're inside. For example, if you have a forced air system in your home, you may need to speak with an HVAC professional about different filters and settings. For example, you want to use recirculate and on rather than auto. I put all of this information on our website. Just click on this story and you can check out all of our wildfire coverage to keep you and your family safe.